was this super rich gentleman called George, and he married this woman called Mary. Now, as a surprise for Mary, George bought this mansion. So his plan was to get married on the Saturday to Mary and then take her back to the mansion to have the reception. So he bought the mansion a couple of days before, and on the Saturday they were both married and all returned to this mansion. When Mary saw the mansion, she was so happy and she thanked George, and she said it's the most wonderful surprise. Everyone went in the mansion and had a massive banquet, and it was fantastic. Later, they all started playing games because there was lots of children there too. So they played musical chairs and pass the parcel and various other games. A little bit later on, Mary suggested that they play hide and seek. She said, no one knows the mansion well because this is the first time we've all been here, and it's such a big place. It'd be excellent. So they all agreed. Mary then said, I'm coming first. And she went, making them all count to 100, which they all did. Now Mary, first of all, ran up the stairs and was looking for the best hiding place. As she went to look inside one of the rooms, as she looked up, she noticed that there was like a door in the ceiling, and it was very difficult to notice, and she thought to herself, that must lead to an attic. She then looked closely and noticed it had like a little latch on the door, but there was nothing to open it with. So she quickly went to a cupboard, and in the cupboard was a broom. She grabbed the broom and thought, I wonder if I can use this to open the latch. So she reached up with the broom and kept manipulating the latch until finally it opened. The door then come down, and down came a ladder. She quickly went and put the broom back in the cupboard and then climbed up the ladder. This attic was huge and absolutely pitch black dark. She couldn't see a thing, but there was a lamp on a box on the side. So she picked that up, put the lamp on, pulled the ladder up, closed the door, and was looking around for somewhere to hide. Eventually she came across this trunk, this big trunk, and it was heavy as well. So she thought, that is the perfect hiding spot. So she tried to lift the lid, but the lid was jammed. So she's pulling it, and eventually the lid released. So she lifted it up and got inside. She's now lying inside, pulls the lid down, which then shuts chest, but it wouldn't budge. Eventually, her fear turned into panic, and she was hammering and punching at the lid of the chest, but it would not open. Meanwhile, downstairs, everyone was searching for Mary, and they couldn't find her anywhere. They then went upstairs and went in every single room, every cupboard, every closet, and there was no sign. Nobody noticed the hatch for the attic. So there's looking and looking. Eventually George came to the conclusion that Mary had set this whole thing up. Her rings, the engagement ring, was worth a fortune, and even the wedding dress that she was wearing had cost him hundreds of pounds, and that was back then. So he just decided that it was a way of Mary to just run away with her ring and with the wedding dress, and that she would go and make a better life for herself, because she wasn't rich. She didn't come from a rich family. So that was what was for. Shortly after, George sold the mansion, and it stayed empty for many, many years, till eventually someone else bought it. Now, this person bought it, and everything needed to be cleared out. So, this time, the owner, knowing that there was an attic, instructed the people to go up there and clear out whatever was in it. So, one of the people went to the hatch door, but again there was no way of opening it. This time, the owner went and bought one of those rods with like a hook. So he got that and gave it to the person. The person then put the hook into the latch and unlocked it, and again down came a very dusty ladder. The man went up into the attic, and again it was pitch black dark, but this time he had a torch. This was many years later, and he's looking around the place. Eventually comes to this big, massive chest. He tries to lift the chest, but again the chest had locked shut. He went back downstairs and spoke with the owner, and he said, there's this massive chest up there, he said, and it's really heavy. He said, could be things in there that's worth quite a few bob. So the owner said, well, we'll try and open it if you can. He said, okay. So they got a crowbar, and they both went upstairs into the attic. They went over to the chest. Both of them this time tried to lift it, but even then it was locked shut. So they got the crowbar, and eventually the lock broke open, and they lifted up the lid, and lying in the chest was the skeleton of Mary, the rings still on her fingers, and the wedding dress still and that all happened in England as well, so it was a nice English creepy stories. I think it was Chelsea, I think, asked for that. I don't know, I'm not sure if Ashley did as well, but I know a lot of you guys love these creepy stories. Right guys, as you all were saying before, okay, make the TV bigger, which I've done. I hope that was big enough for you. And tone down the lightning, which I also did. I hope this video was good, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that all the changes I've made were better. I even added the clock, you know, over there. The clock is back as well, guys, which I didn't have on it before. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little story, and I am going to start doing a lot more of these because I know a lot of you guys really do enjoy them, so I'm definitely going to be doing more of them in future. A lot more coming up though, guys, so please stay tuned. I will be back very, very soon with more eating videos, hard candy videos, gum chewing videos, maybe some gameplay videos as well, here and there, drinks videos, you know, anything you really want me to do, I will do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I mean, we're just sitting here on the couch in front of the fire. We so need this fire because it is absolutely bloody freezing here right now in the UK. But that fire down there is so warm and nice, and as you can see, it's raining and thundering and lightning, and it's beautiful and it's awesome. I really, really hope you enjoy it. I'm just rambling now, guys. I have to go. It's Friday today, and I'm gonna go out and get some shopping and go and have a coffee because I didn't go out yesterday. What happened is, by the time I'd finished my video yesterday, it started getting dark. It starts getting dark here at the most ridiculously early times, and as I said, it was freezing cold, so I just got some bits delivered instead. But I really miss going in the coffee shop and having a coffee. Would it be nice if you had a coffee shop that had an open fire like this one? How cool would that be? That would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. It's always brilliant to see you. If you want, I will leave this scene